right, let's get down to business. Let's see here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't know what I'm doing, but I've seen what's out there so far, and was not super helpful to me. So I thought, what the heck? I'll take a stab at it. So I'm gonna go through a simulated exam real quick. It's about 3.5 hours, so strap up, buckle up, grab your cup of coffee, get ready to bounce. Let's go. Please decide how you want to proceed on your multi-part exam. The exam is divided into multiple parts. You will now be presented with questions pertaining to the general portion of your exam. If you do not wish to expose these questions, please click the skip button below. Otherwise, please click the next button to continue. Please note that any skip questions will be graded as incorrect at the conclusion of your exam. So, don't skip any questions. Okay, got it. A producer agent must do all of the following when delivering a new policy to the insured, except collect any premium due, explain the rating procedures if the policy is rated differently than applied for, disclose commissions earned from the sale of the policy. Excuse me. Too much coffee. Explain the policy provisions, riders, and exclusions. All right. So anytime they say accept, you automatically know that you are trying to spot the lie. What is not true here? So collect any premium due. That is not a lie. Explain the rating procedures if the policy is rated differently than applied for. Disclose commissions earned from the sale of the policy. I would say it's not necessary for you to disclose how much you're making on the policy. While a claim is pending, an insurance company may require an independent examination only once every 45 days. Independent examination is often as reasonably required. The insured to be examined only within the first 30 days. The insured to be examined only once annually. So they can examine the person as much as they want to, as often as required. Which of the following is true of a children's rider added to an insurer's permanent life policy? Term coverage that is convertible to permanent insurance at or prior to the child reaching the maximum covered age. I'm going to go with that one. What is necessary in order to be eligible to receive benefits from a long-term care policy? The insured must meet certain economic standards. The insured must have been receiving disability benefits for 6 months. Age is only a requirement upon reaching 65. LTC benefits are available. The insured must be unable to perform some activities of daily living. Which of the following is not true regarding the accumulation period of an annuity? It is the period in which the annuity payments earn interest. It is the period over which the policy owner makes payments into an annuity. It is also known as the pay-in period. It would not occur in a deferred annuity. Which of the following is not true regarding the accumulation period of an annuity? It is the period during which the annuity payments earn interest. We're looking for what is not true here, so we're trying to spot the lie. It is the period during which the annuity payments earn interest. Well, this is the accumulation period. Accumulation period is when those payments stack up and they accumulate. So, yeah, I'm going to go with this answer. An employee is insured under her employer's group life plan. If she terminates her group coverage, which of the following statements is incorrect? What's incorrect? So we're looking for the lie. The insured would not need to prove insurability for a conversion policy. The insured may convert coverage to an individual policy within 31 days. The premium for individual covered will be based on the insured's attained age. The insured may choose to convert to term or permanent individual coverage. Yeah, that's a lie. She won't be able to choose to convert to term or permanent coverage. Which of the following is used to compare the cost of one life insurance policy against another in order to guide prospective purchasers to policies that are competitively priced? That's going to be the CCM, cost comparison methods. The full premium was submitted with the application for life insurance, and the policy was issued 2 weeks later as requested. When does the policy coverage become effective? As of the policy application date. Which of the following is not true regarding basic surgical expense coverage? Which of the following is not true? So we're looking for the lie. Basic surgical expense coverage. Contracts include a surgical schedule. It's commonly written in conjunction with hospital expense policies. Coverage is unlimited. Well, coverage is definitely not unlimited for a basic surgical expense coverage because it's basic, right? All right. Which of the following statements is not true regarding? Which of the following statements is not true concerning Medicaid? Not true. It's not the lie here. It is intended to provide medical assistance for certain categories of people who are needy. That's true. It consists of 3 parts: hospitalization, B, doctor services, and C, disability income. This is not true. It consists of A, B. We're going to go with that. Medicare Advantage is also known as Medicare B. Which universal life option has gradually increased cash value and a level death benefit? Which universal life option has a gradually increasing cash value and a level death benefit? That would be option B. Bravo. Gradually increasing cash value and a level death benefit. Yeah, that's right. Next, which option is being utilized when the insurer accumulates dividends at interest and then uses the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early? Which option is being utilized when the insurer accumulates dividends at interest and then uses the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early? I think the key here is this word dividends. The insurer accumulates dividends. So if it's accumulating dividends, it has to be a dividend plan, right? Make it make sense. All right. Which of the following is correct regarding business overhead expense insurance? You'll notice I'm not taking a lot of time going over answers that are kind of nonsensical or don't make sense, because this is all about learning to train your brain how to think, to rationalize these questions in a much more expedient and efficient manner. If you read all the questions together and you study everything, you end up blending all that information together. So it's much more efficient to just focus on what is and what isn't. Okay, this is not to take the place of studying the actual material and reading the sections and or taking the pretest. That is needed. That is a needed process that nobody should really skip. Okay, so embrace the process, put in the work, take the practice test, and just focus on the meat and potatoes after you get past the pre-examining or the pre-exams. Okay. All right. Which of the following is correct regarding business overhead expense insurance? Which of the following is correct? So we're looking for the truth here. Premiums are tax deductible. That's not it. Benefits received are tax-free. That's not it. Benefits received are taxable income to the employee. Premiums are not tax deductible. Well, premiums are definitely not tax deductible. This is correct right here. Benefits received are taxable income to the employee. For business overhead expense insurance, this is going to be used to either pay the rent of the policy owner or business owner, aka, or to pay the employees. So we're going to choose C. Benefits received are taxable income to the employee. Which of the following is not an enrollment period for Medicare Part A applicants? Not an enrollment period. Okay, so we're looking for what is not. Special enrollment, general enrollment, automatic enrollment, initial enrollment. This one's going to be a guess for me. I'm going to say D, initial enrollment, because that one sticks out to me, because everything else is kind of like a classification, and this is just the start of enrollment. Doesn't really fit in, so I'm going to eliminate that and use that as something that is not going to be an answer. Which of the following is not true regarding basic surgical expense coverage? Basic surgical expense coverage. There's no deductible. Contracts include a surgical schedule. It is commonly written in conjunction with hospital expense policies. Coverage is unlimited. Well, it's basic, so coverage is definitely not unlimited. What is another name for interest-sensitive whole life insurance? Interest-sensitive. It's the key here. Let's call it current assumption life. Or adjustable life. I'm not too sure. I'm going to go with adjustable. No, stick with my first guess. We're going with the current assumption life. In comparison to a policy that uses the accidental means definition, a policy that uses the accidental bodily injury definition would provide a coverage that is more limited in general, more limited in duration, Accidental means definition. Accidental means definition. More limited in general. Because for this definition, this person would have to die accidentally. So if you died in a car wreck that was your fault and you were at fault, they could prove it, you would not be covered. More limited in general. Let's go with that. An insured has a life insurance policy from a participating company and receives quarterly dividends. He has structured the company to apply the policy dividends to increase the death benefit. The dividend option that the insured has chosen is called quarterly dividends. Quarterly dividends is a telltale sign that this has something to do with paid up additions, which have to do with annuities. I'm going to go with paid up additions. When an annuity is written, whose life expectancy is taken into account? The owner or the annuitant? Which of the following, when attached to a permanent life insurance policy, allows the policy owner to customize the policy to provide an additional amount of temporary insurance on the insured, or allows amounts of temporary insurance to cover other family members? Which of the following, when attached to a permanent life insurance policy, allows the policy owner to customize the policy to provide an additional amount of temporary insurance on the insured? Well, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? All right, let's see here. I'm going to call this the change of insured rider, right? Because this is saying that you can customize and provide additional amount of temporary insurance on the insured, or allows amounts of temporary insurance to cover other family members. That is going to be change of insured rider, I believe. We're going with that. Which of the following is not an enrollment period for Medicare Part A applicants? Here we go again. Initial enrollment. Oh, maybe this is... Let's go with automatic on this one. Which of the following is not an enrollment period for Medicare Part A applicants? Special, general, initial, automatic. The section of a health policy that states the causes of eligible loss under which an insured is assumed to be disabled is the insuring clause. States causes eligible loss under the insurer is assumed to be disabled. That's the insuring clause. Okay. Move on from there. Which of the following is not covered under a long-term care policy? Which of the following is not covered under long-term care? Well, these are all covered right here. Adult, hospice, home health care. We're going to say acute care, because acute care is by attending physicians, and it is not something that is aftercare. So I'm going to go with that. Most agents try to collect the initial premium for submission with the application. When an agent collects the initial premium from the applicant, the agent should issue the applicant a premium receipt. You're going to need a statement of good health. When the collects the initial premium from the applicant, the agent should issue the applicant a. Oh, you're going to issue them this. That is a receipt. You don't issue them a statement of good health. They issue or they attest to that. So I'm going to say premium receipt on that one. When is the earliest a policy may go into effect? After the underwriter reviews the policy? Nope. When the application is signed and a check is given to the agent? Kinda. When the first premium is paid and the policy has been delivered? When the insurer approves the application? Right here, as soon as policy is delivered, that's when it goes into effect. When the first premium is paid and the policy has been delivered. Which provision states how much time must pass between two like illnesses in order for the second one to be covered under a new set of benefits? Provision states how much time must pass between two like illnesses. So, you have an illness, you get better, and you get sick again. That is called a relapse. So, I'm going to go with relapse provision. Next, an agent is ready to deliver a policy to an applicant, but has not yet received payment. Upon delivery, the agent collects the applicant's premium check, answers any questions the applicant may have, and then leaves. What did he forget to do? Offer secondary policy? Nope. Ask the applicant to sign a statement that acknowledges the policy has been delivered? Nope. Collect a late payment fee? Nope. He already collected that. Ask her to sign a statement of good health? That is definitely going to be it. Anytime an agent leaves and collects payment and the policy has not been delivered yet, they're going to have to ask them to sign a statement of good health when they come back and deliver the policy, to make sure their health hasn't had any changes that have been adverse during those 2-week period, during the 10-day period free look. Okay, let's go next. Which of the following policies would have an IRS required corridor or gap between the cash value and the death benefit? Definitely option B, because option B is a level benefit with increasing cash value. So I'm going to make sure that that corridor is still there. That way you don't, what's it called? What's the name of that? That way you don't turn your life insurance policy into a mech. I believe that's what it's called. Okay, let's go next. The provision that states that both the printed contract and a copy of the application form the contract between the policy owner and the insurer is called the master policy. I kind of want to call it the entire contract too. You know what? They always do a play on words. Every time they put a word up here, it's usually in the answer. So I'm going to go with entire contract. Which of the following would provide an underwriter with information concerning an applicant's health history? A medical examination, maybe. Agent's report, the inspection report, medical information bureau. Which of the following would provide an underwriter with information concerning an applicant's health history? Medical examination. No, it's got to be the bureau. Medical Information Bureau is going to provide them with health history. We're going to go with that. The premium charge for exercising the guaranteed insurability rider is based upon the insured's issue age. Because if they get it, guaranteed insurability rider ensures they never have to pay more than when they first got their preferred rating at the initial contract inception. All right, let's go next. Which of the following best describes the MIB? That is a member organization that protects insured against insolvent insurers? No. Is it a rating organization for health insurance? Is a nonprofit organization that maintains underwriting information on applicants for life and health insurance. It is a government agency that collects medical information on the insured from the insurance companies. I'm going to go with D. Definitely is a government agency that collects medical information on the insured from the insurance companies. The Medical Information Board. What type of health insurance policy provides an employer with funds to train a replacement if a valued employee becomes disabled? That is going to be key person disability. And next on that one, which of the following is not covered under long-term care policy? As we said before, that would be acute care in a hospital. The policy owner wants to make sure that upon his death, the life policy will pay a portion of the proceeds annually to his spouse, but that the principal will be paid to their children when they reach a certain age. Which settlement option should the policy owner choose? That's going to be a joint and survivor. That's the only one that makes sense. Joint and survivor, right? He wants insurance on him and his wife, and he wants to make sure that his children are taken care of that survive him. So that's my rationality for that. Okay, all of the following are requirements for life insurance illustrations except all the following are requirements for life insurance illustrations except they must differentiate between guaranteed and projected amounts. All the following are requirements for life insurance illustrations except they must differentiate between guaranteed and projected amounts. They must be part of the contract. They may only be used as approved. They must identify non-guaranteed values. All the following are requirements for life insurance illustrations except, so we're looking for the lie here. Which one do we not need? We have to differentiate between guaranteed and projected amounts. They must be part of the contract. They definitely don't have to be part of the contract. Yeah, That's a lie. Okay. The least expensive first-year premium is found in which of the following policies? Least expensive first-year premium is found in which of the following policies? Let's see here. Decreasing term. The benefit's going to go down. I'm going to say level term. Straight term. That's the cheapest. Okay, let's go. Which of the following is correct regarding selecting a primary care physician in a PPO plan? An insured must receive pre-certification prior to visiting a preferred provider. Insureds typically pay lower out-of-pocket costs for out-of-network providers. Out-of-network providers may be used for an additional premium. The insured may choose medical providers not found on the preferred list. PPO, you can choose people outside of your provider's list. So I'm going to go with D. It's a preferred plan organization. All the following benefits are available under Social Security except spot the lie. Death benefits, they're there. Old age and retirement benefits, they're there. Disability benefits, they're there. But welfare is definitely not there. Which option is being utilized when the insurer accumulates dividends at interest and then uses the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early? We already said that's paid up additions. I think we're recycling material here. What is the name of a clause that is included in a policy that limits or eliminates the death benefit if the insured dies as a result of war or while serving in the military? War or military? Well, that's kind of a game. War or military? Yeah, war or military is going to be that. Okay. Sometimes they're just kind of no-brainers. The death benefit in a variable universal life policy is guaranteed to be higher than when the policy is originally issued. It's fixed. Always equals the face amount stated in the policy. Always equals the face amount stated in the policy. That's not true. We're going to say depends on the performance of a separate account, because it does depend on the performance of that cash value account that is invested into the S&P 500 or equity index. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Which of the following is not required on an illustration used in the sale of a life insurance policy? Generic name. That is not required. Name of the insurer is not required on an illustration. Underwriting, name of the primary and secondary beneficiaries, that's needed. Generic name of policy, name of insurer. Huh. Name of the insurer. That is definitely going to be on there. Name of primary and secondary beneficiaries. That is not going to be on there, I don't think. You're just showing them how much that policy can help improve their life and how it is going to be set up. It does not include primary and secondary beneficiaries, so it's going to be D for me. Which of the following best describes annually renewable term insurance? Neither the premium nor the benefit is affected by the insured's age. It provides an annually increasing death benefit. It is level term insurance. It requires proof of insurability at each renewal. Annually renewable term insurance. Best description here. Well, best description here for me is it is level term insurance. All the following are characteristics of group life insurance except the amount of coverage is determined according to non-discriminatory rules. All the following are characteristics of group life insurance except. We're spotting the lie here. Look for the lie. Amount of coverage is determined according to non-discriminatory rules. Individuals covered under the policy receive a certificate of insurance. Certificate holders may convert coverage to an individual policy without evidence of insurability. Premiums are determined by the age. Okay, so this one's more specific. So you really just, you either got to know or you don't know. So I know for a fact that certificate holders can only convert to an insurance policy if they've been in the group policy for 5 years. So certificate holders may convert coverage to an individual policy without evidence of insurability. That is going to be incorrect. That can only happen if they've been in that policy for 5 years, and this doesn't say 5 years. So we're going with C. Which of the following entities can legally bind coverage? Legally bind coverage. That is going to be the insurer. Not to be confused with the insured, which is the person buying the insurance or owner of the policy. The insurer, okay? All right. All the following are true of key person insurance except the plan is funded by permanent insurance only. There's no limitation on the number of key employees. Plans enforced at any one time. Yeah, if it's key employee, it's only going to be one employee. That's why they're the key. There's no limitation. There's no limitation on the number of key employees plans enforced at any one time. The employer is the owner, payer, and beneficiary of the policy. The key employee is the insured. The plan is funded by permanent insurance only. Yeah, it's definitely going to be B. All right. What percentage of individually owned disability income benefits is taxable? Disability income benefits are going to be taxable by the amount paid by the insured. Individually owned. Yeah, they're 100% taxable, I think. We're going to go with 100%. An insured misstates her age at the time of the life insurance application is taken. The misstatement may result in adjustment in the amount of death benefit, no change whatsoever, automatic relapse or automatic lapse, recession of the policy. Well, they're not going to recess the policy. Automatic lapse, nope. No change whatsoever. Probably just going to have to adjust the amount of the death benefit because they have to pay back the money that they would have had to have paid had they been rated properly. Okay, next one up. Which of the following riders would not increase the premium for a policy owner? Payer benefit rider. Waiver of premium rider, multiple indemnity rider. Well, this is going to pay you 2 or 3 times the death benefit if you die in certain circumstances. Waiver of premiums is going to waive premiums. You're definitely going to pay for that. Payer benefit rider is going to waive the premiums for your kids should something happen to you, or should something happen to your spouse in a joint policy. And the impairment rider basically states that if you die because of impairment, the policy is void, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Definitely look that one up. I'm not really sure about that one. Okay, which of the following riders are not? Definitely the impairment rider, because it takes away from the policy holder. It does not add benefit. All these 3 add benefit to the policy holder. The impairment rider does not. It is in the best interest of the insurer to have that rider on there. So, okay. Next. Okay, please decide how to proceed on your own on your multi-part exam. Let's go. Let's get it. 45 minutes. Within how many months must a person be expected to die from a sickness in order to be classified as terminally ill? Terminally ill people have to be classified or life expectancy of 24 months or 2 years or less to be terminally ill classification. Okay. Within how many months must a person be expected to die from a sickness in order? Well, we just answered that. Are you kidding me? All the following actions can be described as twisting, except explaining to the client the advantages of permanent insurance over term and suggesting changing policies. Okay, I'm going to choose that one for right now. Misrepresenting the terms and conditions of the existing policy to make the new one more attractive. That's different. If any misrepresentation, words are hard after this long. Too much coffee as well. Misrepresenting the terms and conditions is definitely going to be twisting. Embellishing is definitely going to be twisting. And making an incomplete comparison is just, well, frankly, being half-witted about it. So, half-wit aside and misrepresentations and embellishing aside, I'm going to say letter A. Explain to the client the advantage of permanent insurance over term and suggesting changing policies. Okay, next. In all healthcare plans under the Affordable Care Act. Good God, you guys are going to see when you guys start doing this. Words are hard and reading is definitely challenging. I've been at this for 13 hours already, so it's been a long day. Bear with me. In all healthcare plans under the Affordable Jesus, Lord have mercy. In all healthcare plans under the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as ACA, how many essential benefit categories are there? 5, 10, 12, 15. There are 10 categories. It has to do with like childbirth and preventative care and stuff like that. So, okay. Which of the following is correct about a group health insurance policy? It can exclude newborn children from coverage. It cannot exclude coverage for VA hospital treatment. It can provide coverage for handicapped children. It cannot exclude coverage from an occupational accident. Oof, tough one. VAs go to the VA hospital where they have their own treatment from the military. It can exclude newborn children. Nobody does that. It can provide coverage for handicapped children. Definitely that. It can exclude coverage from an occupational accident. Yeah, because workers' comp covers things that happen at the job. So I'm going to go with C. When doing business in this state, an insurance company that is formed under the laws of another state is known as which type of insurer? Oof. When doing business in this state, an insurance company that is formed under the laws of another state is known as which type of insurer? I'm going to say foreign. He's from a foreign state. So let's go next there. In all healthcare plans under the Affordable Care Act, gotta go slow with that one, jeez. ACA. How many essential benefit categories are there? We know there's 10 there. Come on now. All the following are true regarding rebates, except dividends are not considered to be rebates. Rebates are allowed if it is in the best interest of the client. Yeah, no, rebates are never allowed, so that's automatically going to get the check. All the following are true, except this is the lie. We're going next. Rebates are never allowed. Doesn't care who they're going to benefit. Rewind. A participating insurance policy may do which of the following? Pay dividends to the policy owner. They're a participating insurance policy, so what can they do? Pay dividends to the policy owner. Well, it's an insurance policy, so I'm going to automatically tick that. A participating insurance policy may do pay dividends to the policy owner. Well, it's in the policy, so it's got to be the policy owner. Nothing else says policy owner, so that's an easy win for me. I'm taking it. The owner of a viatical settlement contract rescinds the contract 5 days after receiving the payment, and then it unexpectedly dies 2 days later. This life settlement contract is considered to be void, in good standing, and part of the life estate. Rescinded, subject to repayment of the life settlement proceeds, reinstated with proceeds going to the beneficiary. So, like I said before, look for keywords, right? The owner of a viatical settlement contract rescinds the contract. It is rescinded because he rescinded it. Hello. Let's go. In individual health insurance coverage, the insurer must cover a newborn from the moment of birth, and if additional premium payment is required, allow how many days for payment? Individual health insurance coverage, the insurer must cover a newborn from the moment of birth. If the additional premium payment is required, allow how many days for payment? Tough one, tough one, tough one. I'm going to say within 31 days of birth because you got to pay your premium monthly anyway, right? Got to be within 31 days. So let's go. Which of the following terms is used to describe a person other than a viator that enters into or effectuates a viatical settlement contract? Oof, here we go. Used to describe a person other than a viator that enters into or effectuates a viatical settlement contract. That is going to be a viatical settlement provider. Right? Not the broker, not the purchaser, not the effectuator, but the provider. Provider. Let's go. Which of the following is correct about a group health insurance policy? Okay, this is definitely not study music. Alexa, skip. There it is. Let's go. Let's get it. Which of the following is correct about a group health insurance policy? You can exclude newborn children from coverage. You cannot include. We just did this. It can provide coverage for handicapped children. Next. That's a freebie. According to the PACA mental levels classification, if a health plan is expected to cover 90% of the cost for an average population, and the participants would cover the remaining 10%, what type of plan is that? Well, let's put this in order, right? What comes first? Platinum. What comes second? Gold. What comes third? Silver. What comes fourth? Bronze, right? Put those in order, right? Highest being 90%. So, platinum, 90, right? Gold, 80. Silver, 70. Bronze, 60. Just remember that, okay? All right, let's go. Platinum it is. Going next. Here it is. Passing score 70%. Your score 70%. So I passed, right? Barely. Not good enough. I'm going to keep hammering it. But I hope that, this video encourages you, lifts you up, gives you the tools that you need to see through the eyes of a life insurance agent when you take this test, so that you don't get tripped up by definitions and fancy wording, phraseology, and all the tricks of the trade that they're going to use on this test. So, looks like I got 51 questions asked in general. I got 32 correct on the general aspect, and on the law portion, I was asked 14 questions, and I got 14 questions correct. Literally got 100% on law, and that's crazy to get 100% on the law portion instead of getting, a higher score in the general aspect. But I'll take it. That's pretty awesome. So you click next right here, and let's see. They'll provide you with review missed questions. Take some time to review the questions you missed in the session you just completed. This list shows all of the questions that you missed in the session you just completed. The answers you selected are in bold. The correct answers are highlighted in green. All right, let's go through this real quick while we're here. Unless you got someplace else to go. If you got someplace else to go, peace. I'm going to keep banging. All right. Which of the following is not true regarding the accumulation period of an annuity? It would not occur in a deferred annuity. And I kind of knew that too. Just eats me up when I, second guess myself and I know the answer from the start. So the accumulation period is a period of time over which the annuity owner makes premiums into an annuity. This is the period of time during which the payment can earn interest and grow tax deferred, which would be the case in a deferred annuity. All right. Medicare Advantage is also known as Medicare Part C, right? Just remember, anytime you're asked about Medicare Advantage, C is the answer. Medicare consists of Hospital Insurance Protection Part A, Medical Insurance Protection Part B, and Medicare Advantage Part C, formerly known as Medicare Choice, right? C stands for choice. Medicare Part D is standalone drug insurance policy for persons who need the coverage and are eligible for Medicare A and or Part B. There you go. Which universal life option has gradually increasing cash value and a level death benefit? Option A. I picked B. Under option A, the death benefit remains level while the cash value gradually increases. The death benefit will increase at a later date in order to maintain a gap between the cash value and the death benefit before the policy matures. Which option is utilized when the insurer accumulates dividends at interest and then uses the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early? Paid up option. Oh, the trickery. I had selected paid up additions, and it was the paid up option. So, pay attention to wording. Wording is important. With the paid up option, the insurer can accumulate dividends at interest and then use them in addition to interest and the policy's cash value to pay the policy earlier than planned. This is different from paid up additions. Yeah, thanks for that. In which the dividends are used to buy additional policies that increase the face amount of the original policy. So, paid up additions are used to buy additional policies that increase the face amount of the original policy. Nothing to do with buying more insurance within that policy itself, but buying additional policies that pour into the original policy. Okay. Which of the following is correct regarding business overhead expense insurance? Premiums are tax deductible. I didn't think they were tax deductible, but here I stand corrected. The premiums paid for business overhead insurance is tax deductible to the business as a business expense. However, the benefits received are taxable to the business as received. Okay, that's not confusing whatsoever, but we got this. Which of the following is not an enrollment period for Medicare Part A applicants? Automatic enrollment. Oh, I was just so close. I think I chose that correctly later on, but whatever. It is what it is. There are 3 types of enrollment periods for Medicare Part A: the initial enrollment period, general enrollment period, and special enrollment period. Automatic got nothing to do with it. All right. In comparison to a policy that uses the accidental means definition, a policy that uses the accidental bodily injury definition would provide a coverage that is broader in general, not more limited in general. A policy that uses the accidental bodily injury definition will provide broader coverage than a policy that uses the accidental means definition. Huh. Say that slow. In comparison to a policy that uses the accidental means definition, a policy that uses accidental bodily injury definition would provide coverage that is broader in general. Okay. That's just going to be one I'm just going to have to agree to disagree on. Oh, man. Which of the following, when attached to a permanent life insurance policy, allows the policy owner to customize the policy to provide an additional amount of temporary insurance on the insured, or allows amounts of temporary insurance to cover other family members? That is going to be a term rider, not change of insured rider. Get change of insured right out of your head, because that is not the answer. Oh, all right, let's go. When is the earliest a policy may go into effect? When the application is signed and a check is given to the agent. Not when the first premium pay is paid and it's been delivered, but when the check is signed and it's given to the agent. The policy can be effective as early as the date of the application if the premium is submitted with the application and the policy is issued as applied for. Which provision states how much time must pass between 2 like illnesses in order for the second one to be covered under the new set of benefits? Oh, I got that wrong. It's not the relapse. It's the recurrent disability provision. The recurrent disability provision specifies the amount of time that must lapse between 2 like illnesses in order for the second illness to be covered under a new set of benefits. It is to the insurer's advantage for the second illness to be considered a relapse. Remember that. Because this would allow the insured to avoid paying a second deductible and waiting through a second elimination period. Okay? Which of the following policies would have an IRS required corridor or gap between the cash value and death benefit? Universal life option A, not B. Universal life option A is level death benefit option. Policy must maintain a specified corridor or gap between the cash value and the death benefit as required by the IRS. If this corridor is not maintained, the policy is no longer defined as life insurance for tax purposes and consequently loses most of the tax advantages that have been associated with life insurance. The premium charged for exercising the guaranteed insurability rider is based upon the insured's attained age, not the issue age. The premium charged for the increase will be based upon the attained age of the insured. Which Which of the following best describes the MIB? That's not the Men in Black, just so you know. It's a medical insurance board. It is a nonprofit organization that maintains underwriting information on applicants for life and health insurance. It's a government agency. I was so close. Kind of, not really. Whatever, I'll remember that next time. I won't soon forget. It is a nonprofit organization that maintains underwriting information on applicants for life and health insurance. Key information: maintains underwriting information on applicants for life and health insurance. And it's nonprofit. So, MIBs is 501c3s. That's the nonprofit designation for those of you who don't know what that code is. Anyway, the policy owner wants to make sure that upon his death, life policy will pay a portion of the proceeds annually to his spouse, but that the principal will be paid to their children when they reach a certain age. Which settlement option should the policy owner choose? I should have paid attention to that. Folks, what you want to pay attention to is the wording again. Like, I went a little bit too fast on this. He wants to pay a portion of the proceeds annually to his spouse, right? But the principal will be paid to the children when they reach a certain age. So, you're going to pay a portion and you're going to give them the principal. The principal has to do with interest, so that's the interest-only option. With the interest-only option, the insurance company retains the policy proceeds and pays interest on the proceeds to the recipient beneficiary at regular intervals. The least expensive first-year premium is found in which of the following policies? Annually renewable term. Oh, wow. Man, I had that all wrong. Annually renewable term is the purest form of term insurance. The death benefit remains level, but the premium increases each year with the insured's attained age. In decreasing policies, while the face amount decreases, the premium remains constant throughout the life of the contract. In level term and increasing term policies, the premium also remains level for the term of the policy. Therefore, in the other types of level policies, the first year premium would not be different from any other year. I think that makes sense. I'll wait. All right. Which option is being utilized when the insurer accumulates dividends at interest and then uses the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early? I kept saying paid up additions. It is the paid up option. Paid up option. Don't say paid up additions no more for that. Using dividends and interest, then use the accumulated dividends plus interest and the policy cash value to pay the policy up early. Paid up addition. All the following are characteristics of group life insurance, except premiums are determined by the age, sex, and occupation of each individual certificate holder. This was the lie. Okay. Premiums are determined by the age, sex, and occupation of the entire group. So pretty much they said exactly what age, sex, and occupation of the entire group. Oh, that's it right here. The entire group, not each individual. So play on words again. You got to be careful of that play on words. It is fierce up in this test. All right. All the following are true of key person insurance, except the plan is funded by permanent insurance only. Okay, key person coverage may be funded by any type of life insurance. Any type of life insurance. It does not have to be funded by that insurance only. What percentage of individually owned disability income benefits is taxable? Ooh, Ooh, 0%. Premiums are paid with after-tax dollars. Benefits are not income taxable. Remember that. All right, that about concludes it. I hope you had a good time. Oh, actually, do we got more here? No. If we go more, we're going to kill the whole thing. So we're not going to do that. Let's stay on this page and end it here. Let's see here. Should I? Let's see here. Save this PDF. Yeah, that's not going to work. They blanked it all out. So you won't be saving nothing as a PDF here, which is interesting. Smart move. Okay. All right. We won't be saving that as no test that you can just kind of study to get these definitions and answers down. You'll need to just go through it like I did. Do what I did. Go through it slow. Read back over your stuff. If you can stand the rain, read back over it 3 times. Give yourself a break. Come back. Do it all again. Recalibrate, retest. See where you're at. See where you land. And good luck to you.